let's take a closer look at one of the contextual demos for the Bass Blockflote. So this particular demo, this is demo 1, the one that's used in the trailer as well. It's comprised entirely of the Bass Blockflote, and it makes use of the overblowing functionalities, the kind of flutter tongue overblows, the rhythmic patterns, as well as multiple rhythmic patterns in one patch, which we'll get into later, and then a kind of main melody that's also harmonized with further melodies. So let's take a look at what's going on with the kind of overblowing patch. This is what we've got set up here on the interface. We can see we've got flutter, overblow, single overblows, double overblows, and trills all kind of linked in to this one patch. And its main job is just to kind of add character and color to the overall piece. I love those flutter tongue overblows because you really get all of those beautiful harmonics pushing to the fore. It's quite chaotic, it's quite random, you don't really know what you're going to get. It's beautiful. Nice, ending on that single double blow with the adaptive trill in there as well. Again, the sound of the keys there just plays such a core component to the overall element of the live human sound of this instrument. It's really beautiful. You can just hear that air being moved by a real human. It's fantastic. We're starting to hear the subtle differences between the single blow and the double blow there, with the single blow kind of just exploding once and then going down into a delicate kind of decrescendo with a bit of vibrato, as opposed to the double overblow that just allows you to re-explode, almost like a sforzato crescendo into the final section of the notes. That beautiful flutter overblow again. Okay, then we go down to our rhythmic patch. Let's pull that up. So initially, we're kind of just using one single rhythm just to really set a mood. This is rhythm 2. Of course, as you can see, there are 7 rhythms on offer, but they were recorded across all of the tempi live and for real. So whilst it is the same rhythm, if you go down to like 90 BPM or 80 or BPM or something, or up to kind of 150, you get the same rhythm, but it's been performed to fit that tempo, which just makes a world of difference because it means it's got a whole new character and a nuance to it. And then, of course, you could do one bar or even just a beat of like the straight 8s on rhythm 1, and then maybe some of the clave rhythms on 6 and 7, and you can mix and match to create ad nauseum completely your own rhythmic patterns. It's a very, very powerful part of the engine. You can really hear the player just digging into this instrument here. You can hear it exploding as it first starts, the kind of breath work as the performance goes on. It's beautiful. Then we get through later on into some chord patterns that are 3-note chords, and we get access to multiple rhythms simultaneously. Now this is important because this is a singular patch, but because of our overlay threshold functionality that's built into our instruments, it allows us to tap in on the fly without key switching, without any of that stuff, to completely different patterns at the same time. So we have this high F here playing the rhythm that we've been hearing, whilst below that, the kind of outline of the overall chords, the F and the C, just holding that straight 8ths. So all together, I mean, that speaks for itself. It's so cool. And of course, you could do that to the limits of your own creativity. You could have every single rhythm across the entire overlay grid because there's enough spaces in the overlay grid to fit all of those rhythms, and then you could have them layering on top of each other, intersecting one another, switching between different rhythmic groups, layering rhythms like we have here. Really, your own creativity is the limit here and nothing else. Then we have a main kind of patch that's just playing some nice melodic information. Notice there that it opened with a triple tongue as well, which is quite a cool sound. Beautiful. And then we'll move through. Again, with that triple tongue, it's a really powerful element to the instrument, with the true legato going on there as well, with those sweeping kind of phrases, as well as that kind of re-tonguing of a note if you start a note fresh and clean from the previous note. Then we head through into kind of an ostinato here. And what really helps this section as well, just sounds so human and real, is the use of the mechanical sounds. That's the sound of kind of the key and the note being played, basically, your finger kind of landing on the notes. The more defined that is, the more you're going to kind of hear the start of the note as a kind of percussive element, and it just kind of adds that driving pulse to the overall piece. Then as we head towards the end, if we just solo out these two things, we have a kind of harmonized melody with just two of the kind of main patches built in, copying each other really, but just, you know, playing harmonies. And that, of course, is supported by our interchanging rhythmic chord patterns, as well as our kind of overblowing textures. Final explosion. Okay, that's been a deep dive into one of the contextual demos for the Bass Blockflote experimental bass recorder. Head to insanitysamples.com for more information, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.